of Mascoll? What of Mascoll? He said he was unfair and therefore found himself in the Barbados Labour Party, sitting down among the members of that party. Can you imagine? Could you imagine? Did Bradford you there? Could you imagine that he doesn't speak to me and he don't speak to his cousin Derek Allen, but he cuddling on the Roman Marshall who got in Parliament and talked about his mother? Disgraceful set of behavior. You imagine it? That he and Liz Thompson are best friends? Huh? That is the manner of the man. Ronald Reagan said it in his 1984 inauguration speech, when he said that politics and prostitution are the two oldest professions in the world, and the way how some politicians behave, you can't tell the two. He must have known something about a fella to come called Clyde Mascoll. Look. This is what the great economists who left the Democratic Labour Party and said that the constituents of St. Michael Northwest told him to go over the Labour Party. He met a few people down the office down there. You got Freehill, Blackrock, Danesbury, Strakers, Deacons, you got all down in Pile Bay. And he said, I am saying tonight on that question alone that if you are a constituent and Clyde Mascoll did not consult with you on leaving the Democratic Labour Party, he does not deserve your vote in the next election. Does not deserve it. And could you imagine a man who benefited from the economic policies and the educational policies of the Democratic Labour Party? He said that he went to Canada and slept with Errol Barrow's picture under his pillow. Bunch of foolishness. He like bar, and he's a bar man. And then turn around with a first class honors degree in economics and say this: I will be meeting with Owen Arthur shortly, and I am willing to accept whatever the Prime Minister offers. If money could talk, he accepts anything that Owen Arthur. Can you imagine a man with a first class honors degree in economics that wanted to be Prime Minister of Barbados? That Owen Arthur said that even if he had a retired child, he would name me Clyde Mascoll. Owen Arthur said it in Parliament, and he said, whatever the Prime Minister offers, I will take. Disgraceful. Can you imagine it? The Mascoll, since he has left the Barbados Labour Party, the Democratic Labour Party, to go into the BLP, is now the biggest spokesman. He is now the de facto leader of the Barbados Labour Party, or pretends that he is. And walking all over here, walking all about this constituency with the Baileys. You imagine that they can beat he and kick he guts? You imagine that them now knocking on people's door. I want you to support Mascoll. When Derek's brother Don and the other guys bulldoze that hut right there, and they came with the bulldozers and knocked it down. Tears ran out of Don and his eyes. I saw it on TV. And the repayment that Mascoll has given is to cuddle up under the Baileys. I wish him well. I wish him well with his newfound family. Huh? Could you imagine it? Owen Arthur. I blame Owen Arthur. I blame Owen Arthur. Because we know We know that for months before, we didn't know it then, but we know it now. For months before, Mascoll was cuddling up on the Owen Arthur. And anybody who knows it will talk about the British Accord struck between the two of them to embarrass the Democratic Labour Party on Budget Day. But we got wind of it and said we will not stand for it. Ask anybody who is close to him. They will tell you he used to walk around with his cell phone. He said, Chris, you see this? He said, no, call me. Oh, nothing. Oh, nothing. You know who you're dealing with? You know who called me? That's all enough, man. He called me. He wants me, you know. He wants me. And when we had the issue in 6 months with the fishermen who were being unfair, and the fishermen sent for Mascoll, Mascoll said he was not going. This was September 2005. And when asked why he was not going, he said, it is not in my interest to attack ONR. That is what he said. He came back from St. Lucia, where he was captured in a picture hugging up ONR. And he came back and told many individuals in the Democratic Labour Party that Owen had a serious conversation with him and told him that he's getting ready to leave politics, but I don't want to leave Barbados in me and Marty's hands. Clyde, I would like to hand it over to a man like you. Yeah, I am telling it is a fact. Because if there's one thing that we know about Clyde Mascoll, he has no refrigeration qualities. He cannot keep. Cannot keep. If you tell him A, you bet he can tell the next person, and I tell a lot of constituents because they complain to me about it. Do not go in his office telling him nothing. Because before you get through the door, you can bet the whole community can know your business. And he calls your name. He's a disgraceful person when it comes to that. It is a disgusting practice. If you are an MP and you are called into the council of someone and they invest their private matters in your hands, you have a fiduciary responsibility to protect that interest.